press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Good afternoon, students. In previous class, we have discussed simple pendulum and spring pendulum. In spring pendulum, up to parallel combination of springs we have completed. Now, if a spring of spring constant K1 a load of m kg is connected to it, and if the load is allowed to make oscillations, then the time period is T1, that is equal to 2 by root of K by M, sorry, 2 by root of M by K. This is the formula for the time period of oscillation of the system. When same load connected to another spring of a spring constant K2, and time period measured is T2 is equal to 2 by root of M by K2. So here it is M by K1, and here it is by. If these two springs connected in series, for the same load as we have connected in previous case, for the same load M, what is the time period of this combination? In previous class, we have written directly formula of time period of oscillation of spring system, which is having two springs in series. Here, two individual springs with a given load having the time period T1 T2. If both the springs connected in series for the same load, the time period can be written as in terms of T1 T2, T1 square plus T2 square. Ts square is equal to, or P, we can say P is equal to 2 by root of 1 by K effective. That is Ks. If the same two springs are connected in parallel for the same load M, now the time period of this system in terms of individual time periods in parallel can be obtained by this formula T1 T2 divided by square root of T1 square plus T2 square. We can verify these two relations. How can you verify these two relations? I will give an idea. T is equal to 2 by root of M by K, isn't it? T square is equal to 4 pi square into M by K by squaring on both sides. We know when two springs are connected in series, spring constant is equal to, effective spring constant is equal to K1 K2 divided by K1 plus K2. So from this expression, we can write K1 is equal to 4 pi square M by T1 square, K2 is equal to 4 pi square M by T2 square. By putting these two values in this equation, you can see that T square is equal to series time period where two springs are connected in series in terms of individual time periods. T square is equal to T1 square plus T2 square in series. Tp is equal to T1 T2 divided by T1 square plus T2 square. So now, after this, we shall see some other examples, other systems which exhibit simple harmonic motion. In addition to the simple pendulum, and the spring pendulum, we have some other examples. Suppose if a liquid is taken in a U-shaped glass tube, a liquid of certain density, let us say rho, a liquid of certain density filled in a U tube whenever the liquid in one limb or one side is compressed and released, the liquid in this U tube will start to oscillate simple harmonically. In such case, if total length of the liquid L length of undisturbed liquid, when the liquid is at rest without any disturbance, the total length of the liquid is L, that is equal to H. Let us say H be the height of liquid. H is height of the liquid. As now the liquid is exhibiting simple harmonic motion, it's a time period formula. Try to remember these expressions. T is equal to 2 by root of H by G. Where H is height of the liquid in any one side. The same thing you can also write in terms of length of the tube. That is total liquid length. As we have seen, L is equal to 2H. So from this H can also transfer L by 2. So that is L by 2. Similarly, oscillation of a cylindrical object in a liquid floating. Whenever an object is floating over the surface of the liquid, it may be a glass or it may be wood or anything. For example, here I am taking a cylindrical object. A cylindrical object which is floating on the surface of the liquid. When you press the object and release, then that object will execute simple harmonic motion. Suppose if it is cylinder and the length of the cylinder inside the liquid is L, then time period of oscillation T is equal to 2 by root of L by G. L is the length of the cylinder which is lying inside of the liquid. In the same way, hemispherical bowl is there. Hemispherical bowl. In this hemispherical bowl, if a spherical object, small spherical object of radius r is rotating, if it is allowed to roll over this surface about the mean position, then the ball or the body will execute simple harmonic motion. Capital R be the radius of this hemisphere, whereas small r is the radius of this spherical. So then time period formula T is equal to 2 by root of capital R minus small r divided by G. Here R is the radius of spherical ball, whereas small r is the radius of spherical ball. In the same way, you can see one more example. If certain amount of gas is taken in a cylindrical cylinder or vessel, in the cylinder as gas is confined, and the cylinder is fitted with a piston of some mass, let us say capital M. Capital M is the mass of the piston. And A is the area of the piston or area of cross section. As it is, cross section is circle, as we are taking cylindrical version, a cylindrical container, a cylinder simply. And this piston is free to slide at some instant. P is the pressure of the gas. P is the pressure of the gas. When the piston is moved, through a small distance, let us say x. When the piston is pushed through a distance x, what happens? Pressure increases, volume decreases. Whatever may be the change in pressure takes place. Excess pressure, delta P. Earlier, as the process is slow, it obeys Boyle's law, isothermal process. We can use P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Earlier, the gas is at pressure P and its volume is V. How you will write the volume of the gas? The length of this cylinder earlier is h, and the area of cross section is A. A into h is B. When the piston is moved through a small distance, the pressure has been increased by small amount delta P, whereas the volume is decreased by small amount delta V. What is the decrease in volume? Decrease in volume A into H. Initial volume A into H. Okay. So by simplifying this, directly I am going to write the formula. In this case, this excess pressure is only providing restoring force. Restoring force when the piston is slightly displaced from its equilibrium position, the piston will exhibit simple harmonic motion. In such case, formula for the time period of is 2 pi root of m into h by p into a. A area, h length of the cylinder, p pressure, m mass of the piston. Then formula for the time period is T is equal to 2 pi root of mh by P into A. So these are the things we have to remember. Now, based on this synopsis, what we have discussed so far, based on this synopsis, we shall discuss some questions. See question number 1. The amplitude and the time period in a SHM is 0.5 centimeter and 0.4 seconds respectively. If the initial phase is pi by 2 radian, then the equation of SHM will be, you can see once again, amplitude and time period given. Amplitude and time period given. Initial phase is pi by 2 given. Ask for to write the equation of SHM. So first question, amplitude. What is the amplitude of the particle? 0.5 centimeter. Time period is to 0.4 seconds. Initial phase pi by 2. What is the equation of SHM? Equation of SHM. What is the general equation which represents the simple harmonic motion? Displacement options body. Y is equal to, depending upon the option, to what extent we have to derive, what extent we have to simplify. Another loading. Y is equal to a sin omega t plus phi naught. This is the general equation for where A stands for amplitude 0.5, sin omega angular frequency. Time period is given. Omega is nothing but 2 pi by, let me write once again. Amplitude is given, time period is given. In terms of that, A sin 2 pi by t into t plus pi. Now the y is equal to 0.5 sin. It is mentioned in centimeters. Options are noted. Unity ಏನು mention ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ. So sin 2 pi by 0.5 into t plus pi by 2. So y is equal to 0.5 sin 2 pi divided by 0.5. 2 by 0.5 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 0.5 equals to sorry 0.4. 0.4. If 0.4 goes to numerator, it is 2.5. So 2 by 0.4 is 5. So 2 pi plus 5 by 2. So y is equal to 0.5 cos 5 pi t. Sin 90 plus theta is equal to cos. So now displacement equation discuss ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. If particles are from extreme position, initial phase is pi by 2. The equation for general equation for the displacement is y is equal to a cos omega t. So answer is fourth option. Y is equal to 0.5 cos 5 pi t. Okay. Now second question. A particle starts SHM from the mean position. Very clear. Particle starts from mean position. Particle is moving from mean position. Its amplitude is A and time period is capital T. At the time when its speed is half of the maximum speed, its displacement y is at water displacement, the velocity will be equal to half of the maximum speed. So further, particle is started from equilibrium. So Equation for velocity is v is equal to omega into square root of a square minus y square. Yeah. Question is very clearly for what displacement velocity is equal to half of the maximum velocity. So, you know, maximum velocity of the particle is a omega. Maximum particle velocity is a omega. That is also an equilibrium. So, by using Arrhenius equation, velocity for speed ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು half of the maximum speed ಆಗಬೇಕು omega into square root of a square minus 1 square. Omega omega cancel. So squaring on both sides, a square by 4 is equal to a square minus y square. You see the options in terms of amplitude. So a square minus a square by 4, 3 by 4 a square is equal to y square. Y is equal to root 3 by 2a. Under square root of 3 by 4 root 3 under square root 4 is 2 under square root a square is 3. So again displacement root 3 by 2 times of amplitude, the velocity will be half of the maximum particle velocity. Iday question innondara kelbodu. At what time the velocity will be half? So ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು equation y is equal to a sin omega t equation use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು time calculate. For y is equal to 3 by 2a use a sin omega. Okay, next question. Question number 3. A particle is oscillating according to the equation x is equal to 7 cos 0.5 pi t, where t is in second. The point moves from the position of equilibrium to maximum displacement in time. Equation is given. Question is very simple. In how much time the particle will go from equilibrium to maximum displacement? So what is the equation given there? X is equal to 7 cos 0.5 pi t. This is what the equation is. The point moves from position of equilibrium to maximum displacement. So for a particle in simple harmonic motion, the time taken to complete one oscillation is t. The time taken by the particle to go from equilibrium position to maximum displacement, that is for y is equal to a, the time taken by it will be t by 4. Simply the question is, what is the value of t by 4? In this equation, if you use general equation, y is equal to, here cosine is not no problem, 7 cos omega t. What is there in the place of omega? 0.55. Omega is nothing but 2 pi by t. 2 pi by t is equal to 0.55. Omega is equal to 2 pi by t. 0.55. I gets cancelled. So omega is equal to, sorry, t is equal to 2 by 0.5. So t is equal to 4 seconds. time period of this simple harmonic motion is 4 seconds. But the question is time taken to go from equilibrium to point of maximum displacement. So T by 4. So the required time is T by 4. That is equal to 1 second. Option C. Very simple question. Next question. Question 4. A SHM is represented by x is equal to 5 root 2 sin 2 pi t plus cos 2 pi t. The amplitude of the SHM is amplitude of SHM is. In the discussion of characteristics of oscillatory motion or simple harmonic motion, as I told you, simple harmonic motion can be represented by A sin omega t or A cos omega t or linear combination of two harmonic functions. For example, I have given like this. Simple harmonic motion. Harmonic motion can also express it as a linear combination of two harmonic functions. In the question, simple harmonic motion is represented by x is equal to 5 root 2 sin 2 by t plus cos 2 by t. So the resultant equation, that is linear combination of two harmonic functions. ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ simple harmonic oscillatory motion ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ವೇವ್ ನ ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಏನು? What is the resultant equation? Means if you split this equation, 5 root 2 sin 2 by t plus 5 root 2 cos 2 by t. I told you to calculate the resultant amplitude. Resultant amplitude when you have a two harmonic functions of different amplitudes and maybe same amplitude. A square plus b square plus 2ab cos phi under square. Here both are of same amplitude. A is equal to b, that is equal to 5 to 2 units. It is understood. All the options are actually in question. We will say MC is on so unit and data. So again I am going to write the above equation to know the phase difference. What is my phase difference between these two? Sin 2 cos 2 phase difference 90 degrees. You can write like this: 5 root 2 sin 2 pi t plus 5 root 2 sin 2 pi t plus 5 by t. Here cos 2 pi t can sin 2 pi t plus 5 by t. So you can see sin 2 by t, sin 2 by t. What is the phase difference? Extra in the phase 5 by t. So R is equal to square root of A is equal to B. So 5 root 2 square plus 5 root 2 square plus 0 plus 90 will be 0. So for two equal vectors of equal magnitude and for the angle 90 degrees, resultant will be root 2 times of 0. ಇನ್ನೂ ಅಷ್ಟು ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಧಾನ ಮಾಡಿ. What is the resultant amplitude? 5 root 2 square ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 5 square root 2 square 2 plus 5 square into 2. So R is equal to 50 plus 50 under square root 100, so 10 centimeter. Every time the question may not be like this. If it is in this form, you carefully see what is the phase difference and also see the individual amplitude, apply the parallel to know the resultant amplitude. Next question number 5. A particle is performing simple harmonic motion along x-axis with amplitude 4 centimeter and time period 1.2 seconds. The minimum time taken by the particle to move from x is equal to 2 centimeter to x is equal to 4 centimeter. And again and back again is given by x. Synopsis correct ಆಗಿ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಎಂಟ್ರನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ 1 minute. As you don't have the practice. Problem ಏನಂದ್ರೆ practice problem. Practice ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೋಡಿ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ amplitude 4 centimeter. Time period 1.2 seconds. So, particle performing SHM such that amplitude is 4 centimeter. What is the time period? 1.2 seconds. So the particle is moving around the x-axis. So from the equilibrium position, what is the maximum displacement of the particle? That is what we call amplitude 4 centimeter. Again, left side also 4 centimeter. So the particle is moving back and forth along the point along the x-axis. Question ಏನು? X is equal to here x value is 2. What is the time taken by the particle to go from x is equal to 2 to x is equal to 4 and back again? In the displacement equation I told you clearly. Time taken by the particle to go from OA. The time taken by the particle to go from equilibrium position to extreme position P is equal to T by 4. What is the time it will take to go from equilibrium position to extreme position? T by 4. So time period here to 1.2 second put 1.2 0.3 second. X is equal to 2 andre half of the amplitude extreme andre idralli half of the told you clearly. Now let me give the name P. But for OP and then 2 centimeter. 2 centimeter is nothing but half of that. I told you for y is equal to half of the amplitude. Adu kuda equilibrium position is from equilibrium position for a distance equal to half of the amplitude. Time is equal to now calculate ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಏನು y is equal to a by 2 into a into sin of omega t. ಅದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ t by 12 seconds. ನೆನಪಿದೆಯಾ? If you solve this 1 by 2 is equal to sin of 2 pi by k into t. ನಮ್ಮ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಒಂದೇ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಕಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. From here to here t by 12, here to here t by 6. t by 6. t by 12 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1.2 by 12. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ 0.1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ರಿಮೈಂಡರ್? O2 A 0.2 ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ 0.1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 0.2 plus 0.2 ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಿ 2 pi by capital T into T is equal to sin inverse of 1 by 2 30 degrees 5 by 6. 2 pi by capital T into T, I think gets cancelled. T is equal to T by 12 seconds. So time taken by the particle to cover a distance equal to half of that. Again, T is equal to 1.2 by 12, that is equal to 0.1 second. Question ಅದಲ್ಲ P ರಿಂದ A ಗೆ ಮತ್ತು A ರಿಂದ P. So time for PA is equal to already T by 4 ಇದೆ. Equilibrium ಇಂದ extreme position ಗೆ ಪೂರ್ತಿ T by 4 ಇದೆ. ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ 0.3 minus 0.1 is equal to 0.2. So time taken by the particle to go from x is equal to 2 to x is equal to 4 seconds. Back again anta keladu question. So for PA plus AP is equal to 0.2 plus 0.2, that is equal to 0.4. What is 0.2 plus 0.2, totally 0.4 seconds. Next question. A body is executing SHM. A body is executing SHM when its displacement from the mean position is 4 centimeter and 5 centimeter. The corresponding velocity of the body is 10 centimeter per second and 8 centimeter per second. Then the time period of the body is, once again, particle is in SHM. Okay, when particle is displacement from the mean 4 centimeter and 5 centimeter, the corresponding velocity of the body is 10 centimeter per second and 8 centimeter per second. Then the time period of the body is when particle is at 4 centimeter, x1 distance 4 centimeter, when particle is at 4 centimeter, its velocity is 10 centimeter per second. Yes, obviously. In simple harmonic motion, particle velocity is different at different positions. When the same particle is at 5 centimeter position, its velocity obviously decreases. Why? Because as the particle is going from equilibrium to extreme position, velocity decreases. Unless it is 8 centimeter per second. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ time period ಏನು? ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಫಾರ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ V is equal to omega into root of s square minus s. What is velocity V1? 10. As both are in centimeter, no problem. 10 omega, because angular frequency we don't know. By calculating angular frequency, you can calculate amplitude ಕೂಡ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ minus 4 square. 8 centimeter per second when it is at 5 centimeter. By using these two, 10 square minus 8 square, squaring on both sides and subtracting the two equations. 10 square minus 8 square is equal to omega square into a square minus 4 square minus omega square into a square minus 5 square. Then I will 10 square minus 8 square, then minus 64, 36. Omega square is square minus omega square is square. Cancel. Omega square minus half minus ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. So omega square into 5 square minus 4 square. 5 square 25, 4 square 16, 25 minus 16 is 9. 9 into omega square is 36. Omega square 36 by 9, 4. Omega is 2. But omega is equal to 2 pi by t is equal to 2. T is equal to 2 pi by 2, that is equal to 5 seconds. Time period is 5 seconds. Option C. Next, question number 7. For a body in SHM, the velocity is given by the relation. For a body in SHM, the velocity is given by the relation V is equal to square root of 144 minus 16 square meter per second. The maximum acceleration is. So velocity equation you know, V is equal to square root of 144 minus 16 square. K is the maximum acceleration. What is the maximum acceleration? Acceleration formula minus omega square. Acceleration of the particle is maximum of extreme position. Maximum acceleration, magnitude of maximum acceleration is omega square into a. But in given equation, what is the purpose of providing equation V is equal to root of 1? You should identify value of A and B. Is this directly in the form of velocity expression? No. Omega value 1 on the power. Omega velocity general expression. Omega into A square minus X square. We should convert this equation into this form. So X square, what is the remaining term? 16. So if you take the common 16 under square, 16 9 is 144. 16 common take square root 20. 16 common take 9 minus x square. So V is equal to under square of 16 4. 4 into square root of 9 minus x square. Now it is in the form of velocity. By comparing these two equations, omega is equal to 4. A is equal to 3 units. In question it is mentioned that meter per second. So from these two, maximum acceleration is equal to omega. So that is equal to 16 3 48 meter per second. Lengthy ಮಾಡಬಾರದು ಕಲಿಯುವಾಗ ಇದು ಓಕೆ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. Next question number 8. See clearly. Question number 8. The velocity time diagram of a harmonic oscillator is shown in the joint figure. The frequency of oscillation is very simple question. Graph ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನೋ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ velocity time graph is given. Maximum velocity ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4 plus 4. Velocity versus time graph ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Maximum velocity ಈ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಇಂದ ಬೇರೆ amplitude of velocity maximum velocity plus 4 ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು frequency. From the graph you can see that the velocity is becoming maximum. And here maximum in negative direction. Again maximum. Now one oscillation is said to be complete. In one complete oscillation, you can see what is the time? Time taken by the particle to complete one oscillation is nothing but time period. So time period is equal to 0.0 second. Frequency as it is reciprocal of time. So 1 by 0.0 is equal to divide and multiply with 100. 10 by 0.4, 100 by 4, 20 by 4. Simple question. Meaning ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ನೋಡಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Question number 9. What is the maximum acceleration of the particle? What is the maximum acceleration of the particle doing the SHM? Y is equal to 2 sine of pi by 2 into t plus pi, where 2 is in centimeter, amplitude 2 value centimeter. So equation is given. What is the equation in not forget? What is the equation given there? Displacement. Y is equal to 2 sine of pi by 2 into t plus pi. So initial phase value not given. 2 is in centimeter. Equation is given. Equation is you know what is the acceleration ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ a is equal to d square by dt square. ಇದನ್ನ 2 times ನೀವು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ಲ. What is asked? Maximum acceleration. Maximum acceleration is equal to magnitude of maximum acceleration. ಈಗ ನಾವೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ previous question. Omega square. What is value of omega? When you compare with general equation, y is equal to a sin omega t plus phi. What is there in the place of omega? Pi by 2 square. What is the amplitude? You can see in options it is given in centimeter per second. So we shall write in centimeter. So pi square by 4 into 2, so that is equal to pi square by 2 centimeter per second. Because amplitude is pi square by 2 centimeter per second. This question number 9. Next question number 10. The potential energy of a particle executing SHM is 2.5 when its displacement is half of amplitude. The total energy of the particle. In the previous class, we have discussed it very clearly. This type of questions can be answered in 5 to 10 seconds. Potential energy given only at half of the amplitude. What about the total energy? What about the total energy? In morning class, in previous class, we have seen potential energy is equal to half m omega square a square or half m omega square x square. General equation. At a displacement x is equal to plus or minus a by 2. Andre at a position half of the potential energy is equal to half omega square x bar a by 2. So a square by 4. A by 2 square a square by. So but you know total energy formula, what is the total energy? Half m omega square a square. So total energy by 4, but because half m minus square a square is total energy. P is equal to 4 times of potential energy, so 4 times of 3.5, 10 joules. The at x is equal to plus or minus a by 2, potential energy is equal to E by 4, kinetic energy is equal to P by 4, ratio of potential energy to kinetic energy is 1 to 2. ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ right? So answer is 10 joule. 25% of total energy is potential energy. At half of the energy. Next question. A particle of mass 10 gram is describing a such along a straight line. Along a straight line with a period of 2 seconds. The amplitude of 10 centimeter. Its kinetic energy when it is at 5 centimeter from its equilibrium position is a particle of mass 10 gram is describing SHM along a straight line. Okay, mass is given with a period of 2 seconds, time period is given, amplitude is given, its kinetic energy when it is at 5 centimeter from its equilibrium position is. So kinetic energy, general formula for kinetic energy is kinetic energy of a particle when it is in simple harmonic motion is in terms of position. In terms of position, question number 11, you can see half m omega square a square minus x square. Everything is there. Mass is given, omega not mentioned, so half mass kottidare as m. Instead of giving m, time period is given 2 pi by capital T square into amplitude is given, position is given. So what is the mass of the particle? 10 gram. You see options. If all the options are in the same unit, CGS unit, substitute the data in CGS unit only. 10, 2 pi by t. What is the time period? 2 seconds. 2 pi by 2 square. What is the amplitude? 10 centimeter. 10 square minus 5 square. So that is equal to, here 2 gets cancelled, pi into pi square into 100 minus 25, 75. 75 are 75 tens are 750. Half of 750 is 375 into pi square erg 375 pi square erg. CGS unit ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿಗೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ CGS ಅಲ್ಲಿ erg 375 pi square erg. Next question, question number 12. The total energy of a particle executing SHM is 80 joule. What is the potential energy? The total energy of the particle executing SHM is 80 joule. What is the potential energy when the particle is at a distance of 3/4 of amplitude from the mean position? Same order. Total energy 80 joule. Potential energy when
particle is at a distance of 3/4 of amplitude from mean position. So question number 12, general formula for potential energy is half m omega square x square. But in options, mass is not given, omega square is not given. It's very clear. So in terms of total energy, you should know. So half m omega square, what is the amplitude? 3/4. So 3/4 times of amplitude. Square ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Half m omega square a square 3/4 square ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 9/16. So half m omega square a square is nothing but total energy. So that is 9/16 times of total energy is nothing but potential energy. So total energy 80 joule ante 9/16. 16 ones are 16 fives are, so that is equal to 45 joules. So potential energy equal to half m omega square x square, general formula. We are putting value of displacement at what position the potential energy is asked, at 3/4 of the amplitude. Half m omega square a square is total energy, 3/4 square ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 9/16. So 9/16 times of total energy. Total energy ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 80 joule. 80 times of 9/16 is 45. Next question. The total energy of a particle executing simple harmonic motion is, we have discussed the point, even I have written clearly. If you see all the options, the question is straight away, what is the relation between total energy and position of the particle? You know, total energy, potential energy ಆದರೆ half m omega square x square. U is directly proportional to x square. Kinetic energy half m omega square a square minus x square. Yes, kinetic energy is also depending on a square minus x square. But total energy remains constant. Total energy not depends on position. Total energy is independent of position. So the answer is independent of x. Next question. Question number 14. The kinetic energy of a particle executing SHM is 16 joule. When it is at its mean position. If the mass of the particle is 0.32 kg, then what is the maximum velocity of the particle? So in first line, it's very clearly mentioned, kinetic energy is 16 joule when it is at mean position. You know, kinetic energy is maximum at mean position. Kinetic energy is maximum. Maximum kinetic energy is nothing but total energy. Okay, what is the energy, kinetic energy? 16 joule. Maximum anta helilla. Understood? As the particle is at mean position, its kinetic energy will be maximum. What is the maximum velocity of the particle? When kinetic energy is maximum, obviously velocity is maximum. half mv square maximum is equal to k maximum. So velocity is equal to square root of 2k by m. mv square is equal to here 2 ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ multiply ಆಗುತ್ತೆ 2k, v square is equal to 2k by m, v is equal to square root of 2k by m. So 2 into 16, that is kinetic energy is 16 joule, divided by m, mass of the body is 0.32. ಒಂಚೂರಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಎಸ್, ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಜೌಲಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಮಾಸು ಕೆ ಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಸೊ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ 32 divided by 0.32, square root of 32 divided by 0.32, 320 by 3.2, 3200 by 32. So that is equal to 100 under square root 100. So 10 meter per second. Next question. 15. Question number 15. When a mass m is attached to the spring of force constant k, then the spring stretches by L. If the mass oscillates with amplitude L, what will be maximum potential energy stored in the spring? See, a spring is there. Question number 15. The spring constant of the spring is k, and mass is connected, capital MB the mass which is connected there. Due to this mass, the spring is stretched by distance L. So we know a spring obeys Hooke's law, F is equal to ky or kx minus kx. Why the spring is stretched? Because of force, that is by means of connecting load mg, that is equal to k into L. We know when the spring is stretched or compressed, there will be a potential energy stored. So work done or potential energy stored in the spring is half k x square. So half, so you can see that maximum potential energy half k a square. The maximum stretch is nothing but L. So that is why half, in the place of k you can write from this, k is equal to mg by L. So mg by L, amplitude is nothing but L square. So that is equal to mg L by 2. mg L by 2, option C. So still we have some more questions. We shall continue in next class. Thank you.